Good evening. My name is John Gentile. Here we are with assignment two. Uh, Assignment two being ideal and realistic activity. Here we are. I had two volunteers that I used with this fitness prescription that I created. They currently use this prescription at their homes. Um, it's pretty tough for them to kind of get motivated and stuff like that. So at the bottom of this, kind of talked about how how we've been implementing uh, self-determination theory with a self-efficiency theory to live a strong and healthy lifestyle based off of what their goals are, so on and so forth. So it's pretty elaborate there. With their program, here we have a warm-up. I'll demonstrate all these movements here in a second, but just to kind of go over just the protocols with this workout. Their warm-up, where they will repeat this warm-up two times through the actual movements, not the running or the jogging, or sorry, the jog or the walk. So I'm requiring them to do a 5-minute jog or a walk, but then they'll repeat these movements: an active hamstring stretch, a Spider-Man stretch, a Samson stretch, squat holds at the bottom to really open up those hip flexors and be comfortable at the bottom of a squat, and then some dowel movements. So, like I know you mentioned not having equipment, but everyone, if the majority of everyone that I've have or know owns a broomstick, they can use a broomstick or a mop stick. Anything that's a long stick, about 4 to 5 feet long, will make this movement pretty simple. They can take anything. So we'll start with a warm up. So with the warm up, we have an active hamstring stretch. Here we are in my office. Kind of make these movements pretty simple. So we're moving on down to the ground. So we're going to lay flat on our back on the ground. Here we are. We're going to raise that leg up. We're going to alternate up and down. Flat back on the ground, head neutral, alternating our legs. So that's going to be 1 minute total with a running clock, about good tempo, about 15 to 20 per leg. Next, we have a Spider-Man stretch. So we're going to get ourselves in a nice lunge forward. With that lunge forward, that back knee is off the ground. Part of your front elbow is going to go to the inside part of your leg. You're going to brace your body with your left arm or your opposite side, and you're going to rotate up to the sky. Come on down, nice tuck, rotate. So we're rotating at the torso, more towards that, rotating more around between the sternum and the belly button. So more of that that thoracic spine, lumbar spine. We're getting a lot of the rotation there. So we have a minute total there, about 6 to 8 repetitions per side. Next, we have a Samson stretch. So we're going to kind of just drop the knee at that point. We're kind of in a lunge position. Knees brace on the ground. We're going to reach our hands up. We're going to drive our hips forward over that front leg. Try to keep that heel on the ground. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your quad. So we're not going to hold that very long, more about like 1 to 2 seconds of that hold. So we're going to do a minute total, about 6 to 8 per side or shifts. Next, we have squat holds at the bottom. So we're going to get ourselves nice and comfortable in a squat position. So feet shoulder width apart. We're going to squat, arms up. Just going to kind of hold ourselves in this position, nice and controlled and comfortable. That's going to be 30 seconds. So just basically going to squat, hold it at the bottom. Next, we have dowel movements. So with this dowel movement, here we have, I just so happen to have a dowel at home. Most of my clients have dowel broomsticks. Everyone that I will talk to has dowel broomsticks. Next, we will do a pass through. So the first movement is a pass through. So arms up and around. Try not to hit my fan here. Next, we have around the world. So reaching up and around. So we're going to go about 10 per side, up and around. so on and so forth. So there's 3 different movements. One's a pass through, forward and backwards, around the world, left to right, 10 reps, switch it up, right to left. Yeah, right to left. Okay. Next, we have our workout routine. So with them not having much equipment at home, a lot of this is going to be body weight, minus the dowel that they use for their warm-up. So with this workout routine, we have a full body routine, chipper status about 4 to 5 times through based off of their experience. My clients that I actually prescribe this to perform this at 5 times at their own rate. So at their own RPE, rate of perceived exertion, at their own intensity, their own motivation level. So based off how they're feeling for that day, both mentally and physically. But they know less than 4, but no more than 5. So next, we have chipper status. Like I said, you're just working through that program. As you can see within the program, we have no rest all the way through until you get to the very last movement. Then you have a 90-second rest. Then you repeat that movement again. Chipper status. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rest, repeat. So the first movement we have here is body weight squats. So with body weight squats, you have your arms behind your head, out in front. For me, I prefer my clients to have their arms out in front to keep their chest tall. So we perform 15 to 20 body weight squats. Next, we have push-up. So based off of clientele, their ability to do push-up, they can do military style or on their knees. For demo purposes, I'm going to do push-ups, just regular military style. So feet shoulder width, or feet hip width, arms underneath, hands underneath your shoulders. Go down, do a push-up. Down, push-up. Nice and stable, maintain a nice strong core, nice midline, so on and so forth. Next, we have reverse lunges, alternating reverse lunges. So it's alternating our legs. So facing forward, we're going to go down, knee to the ground. We're going to alternate. Hands on our hips, staying tall. I don't want them leaning forward, staying tall, nice strong midline. Keep that belly button tucked. Drop down and up, nice and control. So those are the alternating reverse lunges. Next, most of the clients will have a chair or a bench of some sort in their home. So I'm prescribing bench dips, so utilizing some furniture they have in their household. So here I have my chair. Feet will be out in front, palms on the chair. You're gonna get yourself nice and braced. Create a dip on down, bend at the elbows. You're gonna feel a nice stretch in your chest. Extend those elbows on up. Bend at the elbows, press on up. Extend the elbows, press on up. So those are the chair or bench dips, whatever piece of equipment you have at home, or piece of furniture, I should say. Next on the list are Cossack squats. So these are pretty wide squats. So you're going to almost go into like a sumo stance, chest up, feet can be slightly pointed out. And what you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight to one side, keeping that heel on the ground. Drive down, up. You're going to alternate. But make sure you stand all the way up at the top so you can create good, nice leverage and torque with the rest of the body when it comes to alternating your legs. So that's 15 to 20 each leg, no rest. Next movement we have here is a burpee. So with a burpee, that is standing straight up. We're going to go down into a push-up position. Drop chest to the ground. Push ourselves on up. Come up, jump up. Hands over our head. So down, jump, up. Full extension, full jumping. So that's a burpee. That's going to be a full body cardiovascular, get that heart rate moving a little bit. So that's 12 to 15 reps with no rest. Next we have sit-ups. So just a traditional sit-up. Your leg We're going to lay on the ground. I like to do butterfly, so heels together, feet together, all the way back. Keep those knees flared out. Come on up. Do a sit up. Sit up. Down. Kind of clearing through those hips. Anybody can do their sit-ups any style, wherever they feel comfortable. Just no crunches. I really want them to really get the full range of motion within that sit-up. The last movement within this workout routine, this full body routine, is a prone plank hold. So we're going to go on our forearms, not a push-up position, because we spend enough time being on our hands with with the push-up and the burpee. So I really want to really isolate, just get those shoulders, get a little bit of a rest. So we're going to get into a prone plank position. So here we are holding for 30 to 45 seconds. Over here, we're going to hold, prone plank hold, nice flat back, like a picnic table, nice neutral head, so on and so forth. That's going to be most difficult for these clients because they are going to be tired when they get to this position. So focusing on being controlled, so on and so forth. And then I have a prescribed sprint walk interval, so about 8 to 10 sprints, 100 meter sprint, combined with a 200-meter walk. The rest is their walk. With a cool down, we have a static hamstring stretch, standing quad stretch, pigeon stretch. So that's more going to target the piriformis. So I can kind of show you that one. Here, we're going to lunge on out. We're going to curl this knee on in. Let's just focus on keeping your weight. You're going to focus on that glute maximus, medius, and piriformis. The seal is more of an arch, so it's the reverse, like a down dog, or sorry, an up dog. So here, hands on the ground, arch on up, nice and controlled. We're going to target the anterior part of the body there. And next, some upper body stretches. So arm across the body, just like that, nice and hold. Arm over the top, hold. Then some forearm flexion, extension movements. There you have it. There's a nice 40 to 45 minute workout routine based off of experience level. Clients of mine normally run through this in about a little under 40 minutes with the warm up and the cool down. Like I said, they're pretty motivated based off of where they're at in their career or exercise career with myself. It took a while with them. Their level of competency wasn't so high. They really didn't have any goals in mind. They really weren't understanding what it took to be successful, to set standards for themselves, and we really kind of targeted what they needed to do to be successful, to be able to live a long and prosperous life, to be able to play with their kids, to be able to be a better wife, to be a better mother, so on and so forth. So there you have it. Wearing my CrossFit Games shirt. Starts Wednesday, August 1st. Pretty excited about it. I'm excited that it's part of my population for this class. So just can't wait for those games to start. And I hope you enjoy my workout. And thank you very much.